the man washes his face with sea salt every day, not even caring if his face was rubbed raw until it bled. Before long, he mastered an extraordinary martial art, so he began challenging grandmasters of various schools. The first opponent was a leg technique master. They engaged in a contest of kicking skills, but surprisingly, the man was no less proficient. He directly hooked the opponent's right leg and snapped it with a violent jerk, thus securing his first victory. Next, he sought out a sword master. The opponent immediately drew a long sword to fight. Facing the opponent's attacks as swift as lightning, the man gradually struggled to defend himself. But at the critical moment, the opponent held back because he didn't want to kill anyone. However, the man had no such scruples. He took the opportunity to stomp on the opponent's sword, breaking it, then stabbed the blade into the opponent's back, tipping the balance of victory toward himself. When the two faced each other again, the opponent used a steel pipe to knock away his long sword, but the man showed no fear at all. He picked up a utility knife from the ground and continued fighting. Though the opponent wielded a long staff, the man closed in with agile movements and kicked him to the ground with a single foot. Just as the opponent was about to concede, the man slit his throat with the knife. Then he found the third opponent, a master of grappling techniques. Yet the man didn't fall behind in the slightest. The opponent kept trying to find the man's weak spot, but each attack was blocked. Then the opponent seized an opportunity to lift the man and smash him to the ground, but the man defused the attack again. What followed was the man's more ferocious offense. He crouched to hook the opponent's leg, grabbed at the opponent's abdomen, spun to the back, locked the opponent's arm, and with a fierce yank, broke the opponent's left arm. Then the man directly threw him off a high-rise building. Now he was only one step away from success, but the final opponent was far more powerful than he imagined. He tried to break the opponent's arm again, but the opponent attacked his lower body instead, grabbed him in a reverse hold, and threw him to the ground with a shoulder throw. Then came a heavy punch, and finally a flying kick that sent the man flying. At that moment, a truck was approaching, but the opponent pulled him back in time. Sticks from the truck also rolled onto the ground. The two picked up weapons and chased each other on the highway until reaching a fork in the road. The man turned to launch a sudden attack, while the opponent fought retreating. Leaping down from a height, the man pursued, performed a pole vault to land steadily. After some tentative moves, they engaged in close combat again, trading blows back and forth until their weapons were broken in half. The opponent seized the man's stick, stepped onto the road, and kicked at him. The man reeled backward, and the opponent pressed the attack. The opponent slammed both hands on the man's head, pummeled him with punches like a rainstorm, then kicked him down. Just as he was about to deliver a fatal blow, the man knelt on the ground with clenched fists.